Let's move on and let's now welcome on board Shikhar Aggarwal, the Joint MD at BLS International, to talk about how their quarterly numbers have been and what the visibility is going forward. Shikhar, hi, morning. I'm just looking at your numbers and your margins have seen an improvement, I guess, owing to the renewal of contracts and the addition of new agreements as well. And it's gone past that 20% mark as well in FY24. What's your overall guidance then for FY25? Do you think these kind of margins can sustain throughout the year?
See, if you see the revenue that we've achieved in this year, we've achieved a revenue around 1,678 crores, which is an increase from last year. At EBITDA level, we've achieved an EBITDA of 345 crores, which is a 56% growth, compared to similar year, last year. So, this has been due to a variety of factors. Definitely, our EBITDA margins have gone up. If you see, our EBITDA margins have crossed 20% level. We have grown by 600 basis points this year, which I think is a good growth. But definitely going forward, we would like to maintain and even surpass this growth. There are a variety of reasons for that. A couple of reasons are that in some countries where laws have changed, in Gulf countries like Saudi Arabia, etc., where we are now allowed to operate 100% on our own. We have taken over, the premises and we are operating 100% on our own. So definitely margins have increased. Like that, 6, 7, 8 other countries where we had some local partners, we have shifted to our own model now. So that is the reason that margins are increasing, and going forward, I expect, the margins not only to maintain, but even grow further. And the results you will see of the margin increase from coming quarters, from the first quarter itself.
Okay, fair enough. I wanted to also touch upon then what the outlook is when it comes to the overall passenger travel internationally, what the demand trends are in terms of inquiries for visas as we're stepping to the summer season, in terms of higher realizations. Will this translate into higher realizations for you for Q1, largely due to this?
See, definitely, first of all, over the last few years, if you see last year, we re-won our Spanish global tender. We won few contracts from Slovakia, Germany, Italy, Poland, Czech. We also won another big tender with the Indian government in Canada. So all of this has been at higher charges now. So definitely margins will increase because of that. Per application, more revenue is going to come in. And traffic after COVID has really increased in countries that are fully opened up. Certain countries like China and Russia still, Russia still has not opened up properly. China has opened, I would say, 70%. So still there is an increase in volume possible in the coming years. And for us, we are always, we have created a new technology, new appointment booking system to get more people to reduce no-shows. So definitely we will see an increase in both traffic as well as increase in revenue per application from our existing contracts and the new contracts that we have won and deployed. Revenue which should start coming in. We recently announced winning a Portugal contract in Morocco. So I would say that this year also looks good for BLS International.
Okay, this year is also looking good. And what about your cash balance? That's at about 1,100 odd crores. How will you be deploying this? Is it going to be more inorganic opportunities? And if so, which are the segments that you're looking at?
See, we already announced that we've signed a definitive agreement to acquire a company called iData. And, there is some pending formalities. Majority of this cash will be utilized in that. And also this cash includes the money from e-services. We recently IPO'd the e-services and we got around 300 crores of cash. So that money will be utilized in the growth of e-services, in further acquisitions under e-services, the 300 odd crores, technology investments and other things. And the cash on BLS International will be utilized for acquisition and also further growth. The new contracts that we have won, we have to deploy additional infrastructure across the world. We are changing our offices, expanding. So definitely the cash will be utilized in that. And then going forward, if there are more acquisition opportunities, we will be open to look at them as well.
Interesting. The other thing I wanted to understand was, the kind of synergies and revenue potential that you see from your iData acquisition.
See, in 2022, the last audited numbers that I have of that company, we did a revenue of 20 million euros in iData and 10.5 million euros of EBITDA. So definitely that will be added in our books. There has been certain growth in the coming years. And, as we acquire the companies, there will be economies of scale. So operational costs will go down. We will share our expenses, our manpower. Definitely, we will also add in certain value from our experience of working in a global environment. This is a regional player. So definitely revenues and profitability will further increase. So whatever we achieve in BLS International, whatever numbers we get from iData will be an add-on to our numbers. So definitely we see a good revenue potential from this acquisition as well.
Tell me about BLS e-services, because, that's posted a bit of a muted set this time around. What is the visibility that you have for the next 3 to 5 years?
See, BLS e-services also, this year we did a revenue of 309 crores, a 25% increase than last year, and an EBITDA of 49.9 crores, around 50 crores of EBITDA. So EBITDA grew around 37% compared to last year. So definitely there has been a big growth in BLS e-services as well. And we IPO'd the company in January. We have seen a major increase in contracts from different PSUs. We've added a lot of public sector banks. We've added a lot of private sector banks as well, HDFC. We've started a lead generation for loan dispersal. We dispersed around 500 crores of loan last month itself. So that revenue has just started to come in. So definitely there's a big increase coming in from that. E-governance sector also we see a big increase. Further, we are thinking of acquisitions in this. We've shortlisted a few companies. We'll be using our IPO money for that. So we see major growth coming in BLS e-services. The India story is quite big. Our network has reached to 1 lakh touch points now across India in BLS e-services and around 1,000 BLS stores. So definitely revenue has started to increase. Our margins are also increasing in that business. Right now we're doing EBITDA margin of 16%. There has been a growth from last year. We expect further growth coming in both margins and revenue to grow from that business exponentially in the coming years.
For taking time out and joining in and giving us a view as to how overall business is shaping up. All right, just about a minute to go and we'll be watching out for 2 debutants then on Dalal Street today. You've got the